Okay, everybody, I'm just going to test the audio real quick, and then we can get started. Do-do-do. Hope you guys are doing well this week. Alright, cool. The audio is good to go. Need to add a message. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the beginner-friendly ONI colony that is the Misfits. Hope your week is going great. I know, every time it's like a thing where it's like as I write it, I read it. Okay. Cool. We got that squared away. So, let me get through. Hold on, let's load that up. Oh, and now we have someone. Alright, cool. So, if you're new to the channel, or not, doesn't matter. My name is Evans. I play a lot of ONI. I've done it for probably about like 2 years now. I am not a super expert at it, I just know how to solve some problems. This colony you see here is the Misfits, and the idea is I have another colony that I normally stream on the weekends, and that colony is a lot more detailed than this one. It's bigger, you know, it's got a bunch of systems, it's quite complicated. And so what I want to do with this stream is it's a shorter stream, it's about an hour long stream. I want to have a stream where people can come in, see how it looks, and figure out how to get themselves started. Now there are some challenges that I'm facing here. For one, I'm starting on a different asteroid type than I normally do. This is the green one, the one on the right side of the starting one if you have spaced out. So there are some things that we do not have. So let us get started, and I have the comments up, and you can always leave a comment, like, subscribe, all that jazz. But in particular, you can leave a comment if you have a question, and I will try and answer it for you on stream. Or if you watch this in the future, you can see like the various things that I have for the game, and hopefully that can make it a little bit easier for you. I'm gonna lower the volume of the audio a little bit so it's still in the background. Okay, so yeah, let us get started then. So in the last stream we established a few things. We have this right here, which is where we are getting out oxygen and everything. We needed to rush a spawn. Ah, my voice cracked. Rushed a spawn. Problem with that though is that it is draining out water very quickly. Oh, we can get a suit. Sure, we'll get a citrus suit. So yes, it is running on its own, which is great and good and awesome and groovy and all that jazz. But the problem though is that we are not producing food right now, and so we need to figure out food. The other problem on top of all of that is we have many problems. Power is a problem. We can get some coal and stuff like that down here, but we need to figure out water. We have this, we have some water, but we don't have a lot of systems in place. And we do have coal, which is nice. I forgot that we built this, that's nice. What are we researching now? So we're going to be focusing on power, and we're going to be focusing on, why are we researching this? I do not remember why we're doing that. There was a reason why. Probably for the radiant liquid pipe or something. But we need to figure out food. And honestly, I do not know what we're going to do about food at this moment. All the systems I was going to have over here on the right side, by the way. And that is just an aesthetic choice. There's not really a particular reason why I'm going to do that. Do we have smart batteries yet? Yes, we do. Okay, so we should make one of these. And I'm going to make it quickly. We have automation wire. We are going to use yellow for our wire because it's a pretty color. And we're gonna transfer this off of just a regular battery to save on coal because coal is such a limited resource. And let's see, this is powering just this, and we need to bring it up here. 660, 789. So yeah, we are going to snip this, and we're going to connect this here. Cool. And then we're going to bring it up all the way like this. So that way power is being used, and we can get rid of this battery here, and we can turn this off. Perfect. But we need to figure out food. Because we're going to run into a lot of problems if we do not have food. And normally I grow bristle blossoms. I'll try and do in this colony, unlike the other one, a more slowing effect so that you can understand, for those that are new to the game, what I tend to grow. So I normally grow these, and they come from... there we go. They come from bristle blossoms. And you need a blossom seed, which looks like that. And they require light, which is a unique thing. One of the plants requires light, needs this temperature, needs some kind of atmosphere, and you need to give it water. So, yes, you have that mess and all that jazz. Okay. Research is done. So let's take a moment to stop with that. We're going to go ahead and start researching carbon skimmers to help down on carbon dioxide. And we're going to start moving this water tank. And I think... yeah, that's the only water tank that we have right now. I don't see any other plants, which is problematic. If you go up here, you can see the other... we still have one unknown geyser, which makes me really curious what it is. Rust, wasteland biome. There's a wasteland biome. Let's see, the different biomes. Forest biome. We don't have bristle blossoms there. I've never done it this way. So if you go to your book, index biomes, you can look at what we have. We have pincha pepper plant, which is useful. Jungle. Moo biome, that's funny. Niobium, we don't have that. Do we have a sandstone biome? Did it say that we had a sandstone biome? There it is. No. We don't have that either. And then let me check one more time. So we check that one. I'll check rust in a second. Wasteland. I don't think it'll be anything there. We'll check wasteland again. Spinley. Grubfruit. Let's see. Trying to think of what we could feed that. Ah, beginner unfriendly content. A spawn is the dividing line between... yes. Good point, Gradius. Alright, so everyone, Gradius is a very smart person here that gives a lot of feedback, in which I do about 25% of everything that Gradius says. Yes, the spawn is not beginner friendly, so exclude that. But everything else that we're trying to figure out, and I'm trying to figure out, like there's things in this that I am definitely trying to figure out. I think what we'll do is we'll make the 2 tanks for water, and we'll do the laboratory setup, and we will try and figure out food. I imagine that that is probably true. I put the beginner friendly tag to help those know that even if some of the designs in here are a little bit more complex, it's so that we can like at least have a communication to help people. Alright, so with this setup, and also Gradius too, and anyone else that is not beginner friendly, my streams will not be like this specific about what I'm doing with each step during the weekend when we're on the bigger colony. So what I did here is I have a coal generator, and if you don't use automation, and all automation really is it's a wire that is either going to be on or off. And so we have this wire right here. I'm using yellow, but like it's normally blue. It's either on or off, and as a signal, think of it like redstone in Minecraft. If you've played that, all I've done here is I've tied the coal generator to a smart battery, and basically when the power of the smart battery reaches, let's make it an even number, 40, it'll kick on the coal generator. That way, as long as there's still power in it, it won't keep burning coal. So that's all that is. And we've now connected that wire to this setup up here. So we can now get rid of this battery. Actually, no, we can keep that battery. That's fine. We can now deconstruct this. And I choose to deconstruct it so I don't have to worry about it. So we now have this going. And that's why we have that. Ignore the spawn, but we needed that to make oxygen. Okay, so I'm going to dig out another hole. I don't know where, but I'm going to dig out another hole, and we are going to kind of like divide, maybe more this way. Yeah, because this is polluted water, but then this is an ice biome. Maybe I won't dig it out that way. But maybe I'll go down. Yeah, we'll go down. And we will dig out some more, and then we'll use that to help separate like the water. But I'm still trying to figure out what plant to grow at this point. I think if we go over here, we might get grub fruit. So I don't know a lot about grub fruit aside from using it. So we have berry sludge. That's sleet. That won't work. We have grub fruit preserves, which uses sucrose, and we can get sucrose from these guys by feeding them sulfur. Okay. That works. We can do that. I was actually looking up here. So we'll have them dig that. We can cancel this. We'll have them dig this, and we'll also dig to the, what is this? That's chlorine. I think I might like try to, what's the temperature in there? Temperature is hot up in here, but it's decent over here. So I think what we'll do is we will just dig that way, and that has the abyssalite, so we don't have to worry about that. So we will dig like this. Uh-oh. This might be problematic. Uh-oh, 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 uh-oh. Okay, hold on. Hi! Alright, so none of that happens. Okay. I'm sorry. Whoa, there was a time shift. None of that happened. Alright, we are going to go this way. How are you guys doing? There was nothing to be seen. Nothing bad happened. We were fine. How far back did we go? No, we didn't go back far at all. We're okay. Nothing happened. Alright, so we're gonna, oh, there we go. Grub food and sulfur. I saw you mention that. That makes sense, and I can dig it. And now we have some more water, which is good. Oh my goodness, that was funny. But we won't talk about that. I forgot how slow that they dig. How you doing, RB20 guy? Glad you made it. Whoa, that's super hot over there. And cold. It's both hot and cold. Mealwood I tend to skip, but I only tend to skip it when we have whatchamacallit, the bristle blossoms. And since we don't have that, well, we don't have the luxury of that, so yeah, unfortunately no. Which is sad. I would love my bristle blossoms. They're my favorite. Mostly because it's the first food I figured out how to manage, more or less. So we have some of them, and we have one of these critters, which is good. So that'll help produce, you know, them. It'll do the thing that it does, which is nice. But yeah. Same here, I was looking at the different biomes. And we got some copper, which is nice. That's a good tip, too. Way better than what I try to do. I didn't think anything weird would happen, but as soon as I thought nothing weird would happen, something weird would happen. We do have some hexalent food. And hexalent provides like a temporary food blast of calories. Oh, there's a spore kid right there. And a bomb lily. There's multiple spore kits. What are they doing up there? That's weird. That's really weird. Yeah, they're just there. Yeah, I tend to be very slow going about adding new duplicants. Mostly because I remember early on running out of food very quickly. That's so weird seeing just these guys here. These terrify me. Whenever I find them, I'm just like, oh no. That's a bomb lily as well. They make sounds too. I didn't notice that. Oh gosh, you're stuck. Of course you're stuck. I made one of those in the other ones. It was a giant room that had a bunch of grub fruit plants, and I believe it was oxygen was in that room, if I remember correctly. And then there was liquid sulfur that was on another asteroid that was feeding them. But yes, I am definitely down for that. There's magma over here? Oh, Lord. But it does seem like it is sealed off by abyssalite, which is good. I'm just trying to pick up some of this, and then we can actually dig up a bunch of the, Here, let me go up a little bit higher. Yes, but I am definitely down to learn that farm. Sucrose, that's nice. If you have a particular design that you would want to see, Gradius, just shoot that to me in the Discord. Other than that, I'll probably just finagle it. We don't need to worry about actually getting rid of that. We can just get rid of that. That one abyssalite. Make our lives easier. Go like this. Go in here. Get some more of these. The temperature will go up, and I'm aware of that. So what I may do is, as I dig down, I might create a barrier to really seal in this temperature in here. I think I will do that. We'll go like this, so I can pick up more of this material, this beautiful material that I'm lacking in the other colony. Imagine the 96 tile high standard ranch. Now imagine we don't build the thing in the middle to stop the critters from wandering to the back. Got it. So just a 96 tile thing. And then, yep. Got it. That's pretty self-explanatory. And then we capture these guys and bring them in. So yeah, we'll focus on that as a food source then. That's cool. I'm glad that we have one. We'll keep these growing naturally for now until we get to a state. Except this one. This one's probably going to perish. Actually, we might be able to prevent it from perishing by doing this kind of shenanigan. Putting a block there. Unless somehow the block update will still cause it to change. It does not look like we have any things over here. Let's see. Let's see what we have here. Ranching. Let me know what you think about Joshua. Then imagine replacing the floor of the ranch with farm tiles so the same floor has both sweetles and grapefruit. The sweetles give a buff to... Got it. That makes sense. Yep, we have that in the other one. What do you think of Joshua? Let me know what you... I'm not gonna save it. Let me think of what you think of Joshua as the next duplicate. Because of the fact that he's got 9... whatchamacallit. This is like a perfect biome for this guy. Right? Grow scales. This is perfect as is. Looks perfect at least. Oh yeah, and then we had which one was it? Oh yeah, to explain what I just did. There's a little cheeky trick. Only fact, the dupes cannot directly eat sucrose. I am not sure if this is funny or sad. It is sad. It is definitely sad. They should be able to eat sucrose. Alright guys. Beginner tip, but it's a little bit on the tricking the game to give you information thing. So I'm going to pause it to explain it. So, layman's terms, we have a NOS sprout here. And you can always find geysers and vents, and there's a whole section that you can find for geysers right here, and vents and stuff. And every asteroid has different geysers and vents. But this one is covered. I know it's one because it's got these 4 pieces of neutronium. Sometimes I think there's ones that have 3, but generally if you see 4, there must be a geyser event there. But I don't know what it is. Now, if you go to priority, you can see that everything on the map has a priority level because it's on all. If I was constructing something, which I currently am not, then it would be for that. And digging, which I also am not, would have that and blah, blah, blah. So one of the tricks you could do is if you take the priority tool and you click top priority and you go over what looks like a geyser event, then you can do this, and then it'll make it yellow alert. And then you can hover above your yellow alert, and it'll tell you exactly the kind of geyser event that you have without having to dig it up, which is very useful because if you're not secured enough to take one, then that could be a problem. So that's a little tricky trick that you can do. Now, Gradius says, Joshua is not bad. Minimum +8 ranching before you take a rancher. 12 is exceptionally good but rare. Are you going to ranch this playthrough? Yes, probably will ranch this playthrough. At least somewhat. Like, yeah, at least somewhat. So, alright, let's see here. So 96 would be about that long. I think it needs to be 4 high. So then 96 would be about that big. And it's cold over there. I have to think where I want to put this. Okay, we're gonna have a mesh tile. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 4 up. So we'll put it here. And then food. That makes sense. Was it farm tile? What did it require? Hold on. What do these require? Just sulfur. Okay, so we just need farm tile. Alright, so we'll go like this. We have to make it 4. Because of the fact that, like 4 tall, because of my desire for aesthetics. It's something that is quite difficult for me all the time, because I have to work on it all the time with designs. I deal with a lot of like making aesthetics in my art, so it kind of translates to other projects such as this. So even if we could have gotten away with it being 3 tall, I gotta make it 4 tall. So this will branch out to about right there. 96. Oh, and I know that some of these won't grow anything. I just remember that, but that's fine. We need to seal this off. I'm not too concerned about the coldness of this area right here. We'll insulate it. More or less kind of indirectly insulate it, I guess. What's the, excuse me, temperature requirements of this? Oh, it did fall. That's interesting. 15. Alright, so yeah, we'll insulate it. And how's you doing with food? Alright, you're doing okay. We'll have them go eat. Oh, and then uproot this. Alright, so I will take Joshua because of the... Well, the problem with that though is like the farming part, like because we're gonna be having plants. So I won't make the ceiling yet because that'll take too much time. Let's see, so 96 will be right there. So we will insulate something like that. Skills. Did you get hard digging yet? Super hard digging. There you go. And what was this one here again? A minor volcano. Well, that's never going to be opened up. That's like the opposite of going to be opened up. That's like never going to be used. Also, we have 6 people here. That is amazing. Make sure you know, I say it occasionally, but liking and subscribing is amazing. Please do that if you want to see more of this kind of, I don't know, unhinged Oni stuff. Okay. If you want to correct my various mistakes in Oni, then please comment. Why are you No, I see what you're doing. Alright, well, can we relocate you? We can't do that. Let's see. What are they called? What's the thing called? Oh, we haven't researched it yet. That's right. So we need to go ahead and keep researching that. Well, it's not a big deal. We can wait for right now. We can cancel that. Okay. Yeah, I figured that. So should we take Joshua or no? Is it better to go with farming or not first? Okay. Oh, great. Now there's 2 of them to not worry about. Oh, wait. Did we find the last one? Nope, we didn't. But we did find something right here. What is this one? Chlorine gas vent. Well, that is not what I expected that to be there. Okay, well, sure. Okay, so we'll go ahead and take Joshua. Joshua's cool. So, hello Joshua, welcome to the group. Luckily you already have a bed. And you have a place to stay. Cool. Cool, 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 cool. And, yes, you can't grill. That's fine. We'll give you improved farming, because that's what you like. Thank you, Joshua. Okay, let's slow things down a little bit. So we are going to, how's the research going? Did we finish this? No, we did not. No, this was supposed to be destroyed. We don't need this. Get off of that. I would probably, for me, I would choose cook next on my end. Because we definitely need to get some of that squared away. This water's getting down low. We also need to start thinking about that. Here, we will destroy this and replace it with one of these. Always remember to do this after printing a new dupe. I know this is super rare for 7, so it's no wonder he forgets. What? Hey! What are you trying to say? I know about schedules. How dare you? Just calling me out. I should give you a role in the Discord. Like calling me out, and oxygen not included. Is someone gonna like build? It's unreachable. Why is this unreachable? It's like, alright, whatever. There, fine, whatever, whatever. Yeah. We'll do that eventually when I feel like it. Alright, we'll slow things back down. Calories are low, so we're gonna, I don't know what we should do in terms of the food. I don't know if I want to pop the hexalite yet. So before that, the research is done. So let's see if there's something else we can temporarily research for the time being. We can finish up the research of that. We'll stop this. Let's see. Food-wise, we will go with a critter drop-off, critter feeder, storage. We'll uproot this. Yeah, that's squared away now. And do we need the thing? The station thing? Grooming station? I don't remember if you need a grooming station for this or not. So far. Okay, so let's add some sulfur here. Hold on, let me think. We're gonna put a bulb to kind of like further expedite the. It's not much, but it'll make the bulb will make it where they'll work a little faster. And I know that there's no skill for that yet. We'll switch it over. Wait, it's too big? Oh, it's too big. That's not a problem. We can make it not so big. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. No, how dare you? Alright, whatever. Alright, we will now put this on less stressful priority because of the whole, well, everything. No! How dare you? Let's see. There we go. Eating it. Yeah, we're good. We're good. We have backup food. And excellent. Oh, what's needed for berry sludge again? Oh yeah, we can't do that. We can't make berry sludge. I've never made that before in my life. Let's see. We need the... Do we have it? We do. We have the electric grill. We can tie that as well to like right here. We'll make it really cool looking. And make it out of aluminum. Nope. Pie, go eat your food. Let's go ahead and start researching this, so that we don't have to worry about it. Yes, I'm looking if there's anything else to research. We'll just have that researching. There we go. Yeah, the body temperature is also becoming problematic. Nope, that was not meant to be high priority. We will fix that slowly. There we go. Alright, cool. That's squared away. Oh, we got no food. Okay, we'll uproot this. And uproot this one. I'm trying to insulate this, if you're wondering. And the reason for this is it's cold over here, and these guys are not growing as well. And I'm only going to insulate it this way. Starvation should not be an issue right now. Soon. Let's see, so these have been already filled. We can cancel actually this. Of course you made a mess. Y'all are very bad at doing that. So let's copy settings for this, because we don't need these. Yeah, we can put that down. Put that at 5. Wait, we don't need that there. Cancel that. Okay. So yeah, we will insulate this side of it. Okay, cool. So by insulating that, it'll protect the plants a lot better. We have 9 people here. My goodness. You guys are all awesome. That's amazing. And on an asteroid that I am very nervous about. Alright. Do we have a chef? No. And I'm not taking a robot. We'll take this. Alright, go up there and do this. Alright, cool. So now that's more or less squared away, kind of. I mean, it's still kind of cold. And perhaps we could do this as well to further help the coldness. Okay, so we're going to take care of something in here. What else is in here? Is there a creature in here? There's probably a creature in here. Alright, well, we'll deal with that later. Okay, we're good with the starvation there for right now. Oh, it's because it's opened. That's why. And then we'll transport the Weedles in. Actually, we might want to do that now. So let's go ahead and do that now. Do we have Wrangle? Can we Wrangle yet? Does that require... That requires a skill. How do you Wrangle? Oh, you're the chef. Yeah, you're the chef. We have chef already. We have chef. We don't need chef. I will give you... Well, wait. What skill is needed for wrangling? Lacks critter ranching 1. Okay. This is what I'm gonna do, and I'm gonna do it because I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna take improved farming and this so we can go ahead and wrangle, because we need to bring them over. And then I will probably delete that person's skill afterwards with the skill scrubber. But we need a wrangle. Let's cancel that for the time being. I will not obliterate all the pips, don't worry. And in a way, it helps with that food debacle. Wrangle. Okay, let's see. Cool, 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 cool. Are there any other... There's not any others. Which is fine. Alright, so what we have done at this moment, slowing things down and explaining it, is we've created a farm room, as well as a garden. And it's 96 tiles in size. The issue right now is it's cold over here. And everywhere else it's not as cold. Yeah, so that's the issue, and the reason it's an issue is because of these plants growing at at the temperature that they can grow at. Some of these are able to grow because they're closer to the warmth. We're going to be using what they make for food once they grow. We'll be able to make roast grub fruit nut. And then that will help us solve the food debacle that we have. So that's what we've established in this one. In this stream right now. So does anyone, at this point, because I know ONI is complex, any of the 9 people that are here, do any of you have any questions about what we did? So that I can easily go over it. Or Gradius can easily go over something that we did with this. I'm going to replace these blocks only because of aesthetic. It's not going to have like any actual ramifications. I can't replace it. How dare you, making it where I cannot replace this easily. Uh-oh. Well, we'll fix that. That would be easy to fix these guys back. Yep, that would make sense. Smart call on that. There we go. You are not supposed to be wrangled in here. I guess we'll keep you. Wow, you're still pretty cold. Well, actually, yeah, a little less cold. Well, actually, what we can do real quick to wrap up is, we can make a vent and have the vent come out here. And we could do this trick here. So we can cut it off for the time being. There you go. So now I have warmer, pretty significantly warmer oxygen coming out for the time being. And that'll warm up this area. And then I can easily change it when needed. Let's see, we are short on food though. That is a problem. Let's make some mush bars in the time that we wait. Since these still have to grow. And while that's going, we can research something else. Let's see. I don't know. We can research that. That's fine. That'll be useful later. But yes, if you have any questions, we have 12 people here. Welcome. Yes, I was saying if you have any questions about what we've done, and to recap, we essentially made a grubfruit place for them to grow, as well as sweetles, tending to them, more or less tending to them. Please let me know. You know, ask your questions away. And right now we are going to be wrapping up the stream because this is a shorter stream. I haven't released a video yet, but the basic gist is that we will be doing these kinds of shorter streams throughout the week, like maybe 1 or 2 of them, and then on the weekend we'll be on the big complicated colony. So this is a slower-ish pace, as well as just trying to survive colony. Oh, we have hexalite over here. That's good to know. We will probably be needing to get into some more hexalite to stave off perishing for the time being. I think that's the last. Nope, there's a hexalite there and a hexalite there. So, you know, we're not doomed. I will go over here though and definitely take this one. How's the temperature doing? Yeah, it's pretty warm. Once I notice that the temperature in this room is higher for these plants to more easily grow, like the ones over here, some of them, then we will definitely be switching it back to cooling. Let's uproot this. Oh, that's sad that you're stuck. Here, let me get you unstuck. I don't like seeing that. Trying to see if there was anything over there. Oh, there's some more hexalite right there. Alright, so we have 9,000 calories. That should help with that for a little bit until these grow. These are very close to growing. We probably won't see them finish growing in this stream, since, you know, a little bit after, you know, 1 hour. Ooh, fries, yes. We would take some fries. Let's see. We do have a refrigerator. So what I may do is I may go ahead and build a refrigerator to store said fries. I know it's not the most efficient way, but it'll let them stay a little bit longer. Yep. I did power it though. But I figured that we can afford to power it for the time being. Alright, cool. So yeah, we got that squared away, and we got 26,000 calories. We got very lucky. Yeah, I think we can afford the power for right now. Let me add one thing. Coal. So I can keep track of how much coal we have. We can get more coal down here, so I'm not concerned. But I wanted to keep track of that. And all the CO2 is kind of accumulating right here. Alright, so yes, we now have food production. Sort of, slowly going. And we are, let me turn on something else. We'll research that. I know we probably don't need that. I just saw one of them. Which one was it? Joshua just eat a whole bunch of fries. That's so funny. Okay, so I think we're going to leave it here. Join the Discord if you have any other questions about how this, about ONI and stuff like that. I'll be very upfront about it. So yeah, and make sure you like and subscribe. And I hope to see y'all around. That should cover this stream. And yeah, I hope you have a good week. Track sulfur, dirt for research and water. Okay, I'll go ahead and add that. Sulfur, dirt, and water. Alright, so yeah, I will chat with y'all later. That's amazing that we have 12 people. Thank you for coming for the quick 1 hour beginner friendly stream. That's smart. I just saw the Discord about taking a picture. Yes, I will take a picture and put it in the Discord so y'all can see it. My cat's meowing at me. I need to go tend to my cat. So let me go ahead and take a screenshot so that y'all can see it. There we go. And I'll put it in the ONI notes of the Discord. There you go. Cool. Alright, well, I will see you guys in the next one.